Two old people on a couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video.
Make America great again, from sea to shining sea. It's the land of the free, my friends, the one for you and me. Let's go.
It is Midweek Wednesday, and we are here on the couch. I am Debbie, and this is Mark, and we are ready to get the show going. What do you got going on today?
Well, I'm staying relentless with the Heavy D, Sparks, getting on his show. So I'm going to make it short today.
Okay, please.
First off, let's get out to Ned. We have him Karen, do we have time?
Yes.
We have time. And,
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I did a Grumpy Grandpa Patriot show, and Fred's up in the booth, too.
Hi, Fred. Yeah, he's waiting for you to go to the VFW.
Yeah, but you want to get to Ned? Okay, let's get out to Ned. You ready? Here we go.
Yeah, Gary, this was a great idea.
Where's he at?
I like it. Hey, can
Why is
you
he
order
at the
me
lake?
some fish and chips up there?
Why are you at the lake, Ned?
Fish and chips, yeah.
Ned, can you hear
A
us?
beer. All right.
Ned, can you hear us?
They're talking to me.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
What? Are you at the lake?
Yeah, I'm at the lake.
Where's Heavy D?
Well, Heavy D's at the other shop.
We know that.
These guys invited me out to the lake, so I said, hey, can't turn that down. I mean, it's going to be a whale of a good time
You're supposed to be talking
today.
to Heavy D.
It's going to be a good time, yeah. But we need you to get with Heavy D.
I know. Heavy D this, Heavy D that. Blah, 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 blah. Heavy D, Heavy D. You're not getting on his show.
I'm getting on his show.
Yeah, it probably would help if I talked to him. Yeah. So
that's
I'll
what
tell
we've
you
been
what,
trying to get you to do
I'll
is
try
talk
to
to
get
him.
tomorrow, but today I'm out on the boat, all right?
All right, you're out on the boat today. Can you get to him tomorrow?
All righty, guys. Back to you.
Back to us. Okay, well, that was pointless.
Well, he doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen.
And then, I'm trying to talk to him, and he just goes on his own. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's never ready.
No,
okay,
he's never
so
ready.
that's it. And then I'll only have a short scenario of how I could help Heavy D out today. Very short one. Okay. So they were traveling the other day.
Yeah.
And he has a big old nice 18-wheeler, right?
Yeah.
And it was starting to leak antifreeze, right? While they were trying to get there. And boy, Heavy D, he jumped right in. He's like, give me get me underneath there. I'm going to figure it out. He's following the lines and everything. And Diesel Dave was with him, right?
Yeah.
And Diesel Dave, he doesn't pay attention sometimes.
No, okay.
He doesn't pay attention to Heavy D all the time. Sometimes he's more interested in having fun.
Yeah.
So Heavy D was like sitting there with the flashlight, right? And he just started, he's like, there's a moth over there, and he started, playing with the moth with the flashlight. Meanwhile, Heavy D needs the flashlight on the subject.
What he's trying to fix.
So I could have been underneath there too, and I could have gone, Diesel Dave, and grabbed his hand, like, just kind of like my dad used to do with me.
Yeah.
Go, put the flashlight on what I'm working on, or,
Yes.
Heavy D, there he is right there.
He is. I don't know
Man, Heavy D is over here working. Put the flashlight on Heavy D. My gosh,
Yes.
Quit goofing off,
Yeah.
Diesel
That's how he
Dave.
does me.
Diesel Dave, quit goofing
Yes.
off. See, right then, and Heavy D would be, hey, thanks, Mark, or Grumpy.
So that's a much.
Thanks, Grumpy.
You know what? I like that scenario better than. Okay, we can see you with the picture
see,
of him.
look, and I fit right in.
But I like that scenario better than the one the other day because I
Why?
got to thinking
Why is
about the 8 puppies. The
Eight
there
was
puppies.
8 puppies.
Not 7, but 8 puppies. Okay, why couldn't he just walk in to get the puppies?
Who?
Heavy D.
Why couldn't Heavy D just walk right in?
Yes.
Well, in that scenario, which you did, he wouldn't need me.
I know, absolutely.
The whole point was my Mighty Max is so small, it would fit in there. And now you're telling me we could have just walked in?
Yeah, you could have just walked in.
And got the puppies.
And
saved the puppies. And it wouldn't even...
Yeah, you wouldn't even need your Mitsubishi. There is no need for your Mitsubishi Mighty Max, let me tell you.
I'll find a reason for my little tiny truck on Heavy D's show.
Okay.
All right, get to the good stuff now.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go out to Furry Friends.
All right, let's get to Furry Friends.
Furry Friends, let's go get some Furry Friends.
All right, we are out at Furry Friends. We need Furry Friends, so please send your Furry Friends into twooldpeopleonacouch@gmail.com. Thank you so much. We had so many of them that I hadn't been worried, and then today I went to look for one, and There was
You're
none
out.
left. I was out
Oh,
at
well.
Furry Friends in our email. So anyway, we have a blast from the past.
Yeah.
This is Mark, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And he is on the porch with Champ, our dog that we just put down, and Tinkerbell that we
Passed
lost
away
a
a
couple
couple-
years ago.
couple years ago.
Yeah.
But boy, these were good days here.
These
We
were
would
good
just
days.
sit on the porch and look. I don't know. Look, I hate trying to take a selfie because I'm not an expert selfie
Yes.
taker, right?
Mhm.
And so I'm trying to hit the button, and I look mad. But I'm having a really good day, and this is what we did. They were all older puppies at the time,
Mhm.
right? And we just all had our chair, and we watched. And even if a squirrel ran by, those two wouldn't go running anymore. They
Yeah.
would kind of perk up and go,
Mhm. Look at the squirrel.
did a squirrel
or the
just go
dog.
by, or
Mhm.
or a stray dog? You know, what's going on? Or the neighbor
Yeah.
boys would come over and pet them. So
Okay.
we liked sitting out on the porch there.
Okay.
But what's going on here is I'm not that mad. And,
Good.
and
You're enjoying the day.
I'm
on the
having a
front
good
porch.
day.
We like to porch
And-
sit.
and
Okay. We really do.
the Champ and Tinkerbell there, they look like, why are the both, did I just click it whenever both their eyes were closed
I guess
at the
so.
time? But man, they were great.
Yeah.
We would just sit out on the porch.
Yeah.
And I can understand, whenever your parents or something like that would just be sitting on the porch,
Yeah.
and you'd be bored. You wouldn't be
Yeah.
like, we got to be watching TV, we got to be out playing, we
Yeah.
got to be doing something,
Mhm. Yeah.
active. And why
When you
are
get
they,
old, then-
that's no fun.
Yeah.
And boy, I tell you what, sitting on the porch with those two, I could do it
Best
all day
thing.
long.
Yeah.
Best times of my life, except for when we got married.
I know.
Okay. All right. What
All
else
right,
you got?
so then we got a lot of news going on today, and then we have some kind of breakdown of the infrastructure bill at the end. So I put that at the end. So
Okay.
if you stick to the end, that's great. And if you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. So here we go. Last night we have the Haiti president being assassinated in his home. People broke into his home and killed him in his house.
My goodness.
And they shot his wife also.
Man.
And she, as far as I know, she's in the hospital. But there are a few reports that she has passed, but I don't think those are confirmed reports.
All right.
So
Well, sorry
as far
about
as
that.
we know, she's in that. Now, this dude took control over Haiti a couple years ago, or
Okay.
last year or something like that.
Okay.
And he's saying that he's not the first president to rule by decree, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff. And so there was already an assassination attempt on him that was foiled by the Haitian police. So
Okay.
this time they succeeded in killing him. And so they have declared a state of emergency in Haiti
Okay.
because they don't know what's going on. They don't know who these
Well-
people are. They don't know what happened. So,
Again, I don't
yeah.
follow it. I don't follow the Haiti thing too much.
Yeah,
I know
but
that's been a
Yes. It's-
place of
Yes.
a lot of stuff
Yes.
in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and
Mhm.
they've had our government money going to
Yes.
help out and stuff like that. I don't know too
Yes.
much. I would like to be able to say, boy, I got the inside scoop on.
Yeah, well, it's
what,
big breaking news, though.
It is big breaking news.
news.
But I don't know if
Somebody
he's
assassinated a
if he's-
president.
I don't know if this guy was for the people or if he was being controlled
yeah,
by
that's
somebody,
what, I mean, he
and
had
he wasn't
opponents.
doing what
Yeah.
they were telling him to do, or or was he doing what the other people were telling him to do, and the people finally didn't like it? I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. I
Yeah.
have no clue.
Yeah, but it's
But I'll
breaking news.
I'll
Because,
start looking
my
into it.
goodness. Yes.
I'm going to do my own research.
That doesn't happen every day.
Find out what this
That
guy
does
was
not
all about.
happen every day, so heads up on that. So next, we
Oh,
got to
yeah.
get into this a little bit, but we're going to try to stay on the fence about it.
Man,
Is
yeah.
we have this ESPN reporter who kind of got her job downgraded to put in another ESPN reporter, and then she had made comments on a hot mic and to certain people that got broadcast and leaked out, and so anyway, there you go. But I don't think this is really a story about race or color. This is a story about what happens when you go along with the narrative and then they get done with you and then they don't
Yeah.
need you anymore.
So basically,
yes.
she's jamming along, doing her
Yeah.
job,
Mhm.
and she's, been trying to work herself, although she might have some relatives that are part of ABC.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It might help her.
Mhm.
It always, It
Yes.
happens all the time. People get jobs because they know somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
but she's in there, and you know, she's you know they like to have a woman on the sideline,
Yes.
so it balances out men, women,
Yeah.
and everything
Yeah.
like that,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So she was, you know, politically correct
Yeah.
for that time.
But now they
But then-
found
but-
more politically
Well, then the
correct.
BLM started happening.
Yes.
So the people up here
Uh-huh.
said, look, you
Yes.
know, I think we should have a woman of African American descent
Yes.
on the court.
Yes.
And they said, we're putting her in
Yes.
because it fits what we want to
Uh-huh.
do right now,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
But she had a contract, I guess,
Yeah.
saying that she had that position
Mhm.
for the playoffs
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
NFL finals or playoffs
Yeah.
or whatever. So, you know, but what I'm trying to say without getting any, you know, trouble is, you know, the uppers decided that was more appropriate and
Yes.
she was jaded. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
everybody has that person that you go to. If you're not having a good day at work,
Yeah.
you talk
yes.
behind your
You
boss's back.
Well, not only, I mean,
Yeah.
but you have to have somebody that you can confide in.
Yeah, you
If
confide, you
yes.
get it off your chest.
Yes.
It's probably good for your boss because then you become, you know, you get
settle
back to work.
down.
So
Right.
it just got caught
Yeah,
on tape. She wasn't being racist.
Right,
What it
no,
was she was just voicing her opinion why
That
she
it was
lost.
unfair.
It was
That's
unfair. And sure it is. Life
Yeah.
as we know it is
It's not-
unfair.
yeah, it's unfair.
So, you know, my question is, you know, if that trumps that now,
Yeah.
then
Then what trumps the
everybody
Yeah.
that works at ESPN's got to be worried. Like,
Trump? Yeah.
I
What
don't
Trump's
know.
But
I'm
you
just
have
all-
some info about ESPN.
Yeah.
You have some breaking news about ESPN.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Do you want to
have
fill
some
me back
inside-
in?
Yeah. About what's going on at ESPN August the 1st.
Oh, August 1st. Yeah.
Yeah.
The inside scoop is they want you to have the jibby jab.
Yep, they
You're
do.
gonna have to get the jibby jab
To work for them as an employee or a subcontractor.
to be on site
Yes.
working for, you know, to get paid
Yes.
and everything by ESPN.
Mhm.
Got to have
You
the
have the
jibby
jibby
jab
jab.
by August. So
Yes.
I don't know.
Mark used to work as a subcontractor for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and ESPN was one of them. So
Mhm.
he has ex-coworkers that still work for them, and that's where he got that
Well,
information
don't
from.
rat them out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But maybe
Okay.
I did. Maybe I got it from somebody
Okay, I'm
else
sorry.
through the group.
I'm
But it's
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
It's legit. It's real.
Yeah.
There's no reason to hide it or anything.
No, there's
and
not. I'm sorry.
Maybe they weren't supposed to tell me.
Oh,
but, you know, who
well.
knows? You know, I'm not gonna say which one it was. Then. How's
Okay,
that?
how about that? I'm sorry. Do you want to start over?
No, I don't want to
over?
start. No.
Okay.
Don't
Okay,
start
okay,
over.
okay.
It's
All right.
fine. Nobody
Yeah.
watches us
I know.
anyways, so we're
All right.
good.
Okay.
All right, what else you got?
All right, so then next we have, unfortunately, this hockey player died in a tragic fireworks accident on the 4th of July or the
that's
3rd
horrible.
of July or
Yeah.
something over the weekend on Sunday, so
I
on the
feel
4th
so
of July.
bad for the family. This
And he was only 24 years old.
I
That
know,
is
just
just
a young
so tragic. So
It is.
if you're handling fireworks, please be careful and use
Yeah,
them appropriately. It
listen,
malfunctioned, they say.
it's all fun and everything, and you know, but it's not worth losing your life over.
Yeah,
It's-
I know. It's
I always
tragic.
said it.
That is
I had
very
a.
tragic.
I always said in the TV business, you know, and we did.
It's
you
not
know,
rocket
TV
science,
is not
yeah.
worth losing your life over.
over.
You know, they always want to stand out in the you know, the hurricane.
Yeah,
All
or
it
the
takes is-
road.
yeah, or in the
The
road.
traffic.
There's ice all over the road, and they're like, "We're gonna go, Mark. We're gonna go live right on the edge of the icy road." I'm like,
Yeah.
"I'm
No.
not going down there. I'll park on the side road
Yeah.
and run a cable down, find that place. But I am not parking on the highway whenever it's a sheet of ice, you know."
Yeah.
But the producers and everything,
Yeah.
they don't care. They're
They just want
back
the
in a
big
nice,
shot.
you know.
They want the big
Karen and
shot.
Fred, they care about us.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
would never do that.
They
to
would
us.
never
Well,
put us in harm's
well, we're
way.
their boss, anyways. But
Mhm.
that's all. You know, I'm
Yeah.
saying, and I don't know. You know, so
Yeah.
it's just be careful out there. And I feel so sorry for the family.
Yes, very sorry.
And you know, if he
And
has
anybody that's caught in that kind of situation.
yeah,
Ever.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
So anyway,
So-
that's terrible.
you know, but I know guys will be guys,
Yeah.
and we want to shoot bottle rockets straight at
Yeah.
each other.
Mhm.
You don't have bottle rocket wars
Yeah, I
and stuff
know.
like that. It's fun as long as nobody gets hurt. But you
Yes.
don't know. So
Just be
you know,
careful.
the ladies out there, try to control the guys a little bit and tell them no, don't
That's
shoot
not right.
bottle rockets
No.
at each other. Okay,
Yeah.
go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So then, a few days ago, Mark.
I have lost his. I thought Mark has lost his mind, but that's
Biden. He lost his patience with some press because they were trying to ask questions about Afghanistan, and he was like, "It's the 4th of July weekend, and we need to ask happy questions." And he kind of, so he kind of, he did not like them asking serious questions at all. So anyway, there's that in the news.
Love or hate Trump, boy, he would sit there
and answer.
Mm-hmm. He might be a little brash at times, right? But even if it was a ludicrous question, and he knew that's, they're trying to make him look bad whenever he's asking the questions. Most of the time, he would just sit there and answer the question.
But Biden, they say Biden's not as good at diverting, like knowing what to say and everything. So he just gets aggravated at them and comes off real aggression.
Look at the moth over there, and the flashlight goes over that way. That's his tactic.
Yes. Okay. So then we have Elsa has become a hurricane again.
Oh, it has reached hurricane status?
It has. Ooh. It did. And it's hitting, I assume it's hitting Florida at this time. So anyway, heads up to all the people in Florida. Today is the
7th?
The 7th.
Yeah, that's July 6th right there. So
okay.
So maybe is that what
it's right there.
Okay.
Wednesday.
All right. Wednesday, boom, hitting the coast. All right.
Yeah, it's hitting
she scooped it.
Yeah.
She's on it.
Yeah.
She's a trained meteorologist, by the way.
I am a trained meteorologist. But anyway, so heads up, everybody stay safe. And at least it's just it's a low grade hurricane.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not like
it's
a 4
even
or 5,
boy,
but it's just a 1.
Like so, I covered the news, and man,
tornado watches, so heads up on that. Down in that area, go ahead.
No, I talk too much.
Okay.
No, what I was going to say is I did the news, and I covered some tropical storms. That got were really, way worse than like hurricanes.
Yeah.
The rain was coming down sideways, and the wind was still ferocious, and the rain was like twice the rain you're supposed. So sometimes even tropical storms can be pretty bad.
Absolutely. Any storm can be bad. Okay, so then we have this, again, back to traveling right now. I don't think it's a good time to be going on an airplane this year because I think people's emotions are high. Yeah, and then he put everybody in a tin can. So this flight got delayed because passengers were refusing to wear their masks. So there's that. There's just emotions are high, and then you have all these people trying to travel and go on vacation. They've been locked up for a year, and they're wanting to go somewhere.
You know me. I'm not a big mask.
I'm not saying anything about that.
I've never been a mask person, and I've gone around, and still to this day, I've been perfectly fine. So and so people say, "Oh, well, I still am fine." Right?
Yes, I know, but that wasn't what the story was about.
I can't spread it because I never got it. So
I know, but that's not what the story was about.
I know. What I'm getting at is I'm trying to tell the people out there, but if a company demands you wear it.
Yes, then you have to wear it.
You have to wear it,
or not use that company.
You can be like, or don't go on the plane. Listen.
Those are your choices.
But you're going to ruin vacation for everybody else on the plane.
Okay.
So that would be selfish.
Yes.
And then people say, well, Mark, wear the mask. Don't be selfish because you'll kill, grandma or something like that. But I never believed that mask would stop crap. And what did we do? We didn't go out and see grandma.
We didn't go out to see
grandma. So there you go. All right.
So anyway. All right, so, and then we have the mayor of Hawaii on the same lines is saying, please stop letting all these people travel to the islands. And they want the airlines to pause their flights because so many people are wanting to travel to Hawaii right now and everything. And they don't want all these travelers there and all that kind of stuff. So, again, all the people are wanting to get out and then...
But that would help their economy.
Again, they're just not wanting it.
You guys might want to rethink your mayor out there, people. He might be a little bit on the liberal side, and he's still wanting, people not to be doing good and having fun and traveling.
Yeah, well, they don't.
And they want their
traveling.
small business to be destroyed.
They do not want people traveling.
You might want to vote in a new mayor.
Yeah, as you did a show on Grumpy Grandpa that had a lot of this. You did a lot of that on your show.
Oh, just this last one?
Yeah, this last one.
Yeah.
So check out Grumpy Grandpa. He's going to tell you who's in charge of everything. So, yes.
You hang
Don't
with
get
me
into
for
it.
a while into it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it.
It gets
It's
better
just-
at the end, so
it gets-
keep watching it because I got bored in the middle
It's
too.
good.
But the end is good. So anyway, check out his
It might explain some things that are going on. My take on it.
Yes, his take.
My take.
His opinion.
My opinion.
His opinion.
All right.
So anyway, whoops. So very important here is Biden is now pledging because he fell short on his goals for the 4th of July and the jibby jab, right? So now he's pledging to go door to door to promote the jibby jab.
Listen, somebody else explained this really good, you know. And they said, look, if it's so good, people will flock to it to get it, right? You know, because listen, if this thing was way worse than it supposedly is and everything like that, then people would be like, oh yeah, you know, if they were burning bodies out on the street, you know, and half your block is gone, you know.
Yeah, oh yes, then you would take it really serious.
Then you'd be like, my odds are better. But since it's 99.99%, you know, survival, you know, they're having a hard time
convincing people to take an experimental.
And the younger people, it doesn't even faze them. And they want those people to get it. And then you go, well, you know, if you get it, you know, then you can't spread it anymore. No. People that have had the jibby jab are still getting it.
Yes.
And still spreading it. So
I'm just saying.
So it's a hard sell.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
And the more they try to push it,
the
more people aren't wanting to get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The more you have to sell it with what are those the lotteries and stuff like that. The more you have to try to pay somebody to get it, the more people are saying there ain't no way in heck I'm getting it. And that's me. I'm like, there's something going on. Yeah. If you have to push it that hard, then you know, I'm not, you know, and again, God will take me whenever He wants to take me, right?
Take you
so
he wants to take you.
with or without the jibby jab, He's got a plan for me to go into the sunset. So
but the door to door is coming.
Yeah, I'm just going into the sunset.
You go into the sunset.
Whenever God wants me, He can have me.
Okay, so then heads up. Now it's not only the Delta variant, it is the Delta Plus variant.
Listen. Again, I hate to do this because this is all we talk about. I told you they would have this. Then right after it, they would have another pandemic. And then right after that, they'd have another pandemic.
I know.
It would never end, and they would want you to wear the mask or,
they don't want you
get a
traveling.
vaccine or something.
They don't want us traveling around.
They want us in our little boxes, people. Wake up. All right.
Okay, so there's that. So then over the weekend, there were 61 people arrested in the Chicago crowd because they were hurling fireworks at officers and
that's not good.
And police cars and dancing on police cars. I couldn't figure out what the dancing was all about, but yeah, and dancing on police cars. And some of them were even juveniles, like younger than 18, that were doing this. And I'm like, we got to respect our police officers.
As a professional knucklehead, you know, as a professional knucklehead, take my advice. We used to like do fireworks, or we used to try to, like, we had this thing called, what is it on Halloween night? Like, it's not like Devil's Night or whatever. We used to go and we used to throw corn at people's windows. Nothing that really damaged anybody's house or anything like that. Some people egged. That was getting a little bit on the, you know, that's probably not a good idea.
I got egged one Halloween.
Okay, so you're driving, but we're doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then a policeman came. We did not throw eggs or corn at the policeman.
Oh, good.
You know, what you did.
You have to respect authority.
Whenever the police came, we ran.
Yeah.
We all split, like boom, you know? And, you know, because we were doing something we probably shouldn't have been doing.
We all need to learn to respect authority.
We didn't get in arguments with the police or anything like that because, you know, that's probably not a good thing.
No.
And bad things will happen if you argue with the... We were smart enough at that age to realize that, you know...
You were doing something wrong.
Yeah, run. But I mean, if the cops after you, right, and you know you're going to get caught.
Yeah.
Well, once you get caught, guess what?
What?
You better do exactly what they tell you to,
Yeah.
and be very polite. Say, man, I screwed up. I'm wrong. Or I'm probably wrong. I don't know. And you try to talk yourself out of it.
Yes.
All right.
So then again, we have all these wildfires in the Pacific Northwest. So we have the heat wave in that area of the country.
Mm-hmm.
We have the hurricane down in Florida. So
Even my buddy,
so there's just a lot going on there.
Ron up in the Regina, Canada area is even having.
Yeah.
He's
Whoops. I kind of.
There you go.
All
right,
okay.
what do we got here?
And then over the weekend, there was another ransomware attack.
Okay.
And this hit like 1,500.
It's a phone ringing somewhere.
I'm like, why is there? What
Karen,
phone is that?
Karen, answer the phone.
Okay, so it hit like 1,500 different companies,
Mhm.
and some of them were small companies, some of them were larger companies, all ranges of companies. One was a Swedish grocery store chain that had a whole bunch
Okay.
of different stuff. Okay,
All right.
so anyway.
You got that going on.
So we got that going on. Another ransomware attack. They hit a lot of people over the weekend.
Crazy stuff going on out there, people.
And then this was happening over this last week in Spokane, Washington,
Yeah.
talking about the rolling blackouts. And here we go again. We need more power, not less power.
Yeah.
So and we know what happened when we had rolling blackouts. We had rolling
man, we
blackouts
lost
and
water
we
for a
didn't have
week
water for a week
because of that little tiny
Yes.
rolling blackout.
Mhm.
It sucked. And again,
Luckily, we had snow to melt.
And again, I
At the
said, they pushed those,
Yeah.
solar and wind and electric cars, right?
Yeah.
They pushed it. And we kept on saying, we need the infrastructure first. We need the infrastructure.
Yes, we do.
We need more of it before we get rid of the other.
Yeah.
Well, they said, no, we don't. You
Yeah.
know. And who was right and who was wrong?
Yeah.
We need the infrastructure
Yeah.
of the other stuff till the other stuff can handle it all.
Right.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
Common sense.
Common
sense, people.
So, and then we have California saying they need more power. Summer blackout threats grow and hydro supply fades. So there you go, because they're having a water shortage and they can't rely on that. And you have to build up.
For all those years, they said, hey,
Let's go green.
turn off the light,
Mm-hmm.
conserve electricity. Use these light bulbs instead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Insulate your house. Let's cut the electric use. And then they all of a sudden said, hey, let's get electric cars,
Yeah.
Boy, they're not going to take one charge. It probably runs your light for the whole year or something like that.
So.
And then they started adding in all these electric cars and people are more,
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
So power, and blackouts.
Unless you want to get a nuclear plant in there to keep up with demand.
Yes.
So everybody can leave their lights
Fred
on.
is shaking his head, yes.
Yeah, I know. I said after Grumpy Grandpa show, we would go to VFW. And
he's saying the
no.
nuclear power.
Yeah, nuclear power, yeah. And
Yeah.
then, right after he said nuclear power, and don't forget, I'm already supposed to be at the VFW with you. Because I promised them after Grumpy Grandpa Patriot show. And then you threw in a show.
I know. Well, we always do a show.
All right, let's get going.
Okay, so then we have major blackouts here in this.
Yeah.
Which apparently you're not allowed to say on YouTube. I don't know why. But anyway, and the president apologized because he wants the power back on. So there you go.
Well, we don't let them have nuclear, so there you go. But
there we go.
that's probably a good thing.
It is a good thing.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if they wouldn't be trying to do nefarious stuff,
Mhm.
they would have a nuclear plant
Yes.
and everything would be okay. But they want to we'll get into that on another
And
show.
if you made it this far in the programming, please consider. Whoops.
Sorry.
Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. We're going to get into some boring economic stuff right now, so the rest of the video is going to go fast.
Hold on. Yeah, we're going to get to
We're
the
getting
VFW.
there.
It's
We're
not
getting
going to
there.
be that
It's
much
okay.
longer, Fred.
It's okay. We're going to go fast.
Wait, hold on.
We're going fast.
He wants everybody to say hi to him, and then he won't be upset.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Fred.
Hi, Fred. Everybody
Okay.
say hi to Fred.
Say hi to Fred.
All
Okay.
right, go.
Okay. So the best and the worst of Joe Biden's economic plan, his $4 trillion infrastructure bill, which has little to do with infrastructure. The first part is educational program, and he wants to start universal preschool for 3 and 4 year olds. That's going to take a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and of course he wants to do like, I think education for like college age and all that kind of stuff. And then the second part, still not infrastructure, is for childcare and paid leave assistance. Still not infrastructure.
Listen to me. Can
Yeah.
I know you want to go fast.
I'm going fast.
Gosh.
So stop.
All right.
Okay, and
They
then
just
we
want to
got
buy
the
votes.
infrastructure.
They want to buy votes.
Then we
They
have
want
the
to buy votes.
Then we have the infrastructure, which is the better roads and ports and other things, right?
Yeah, finally.
And we need
finally
more power. More power.
They finally got to the
More power.
infrastructure.
Well, and then we have the clean energy, right? Which is going to defeat all those other things, right?
Right.
Because
Right.
you're going to have rolling blackouts.
And-
And then they want to transfer the payments. So they want to kind of like help the people that are poor and even it out and give all this stuff, right? And they're going to pay for it by the IRS enforcement being better, right?
Yeah.
And higher taxes on businesses and the wealthy, which isn't going to work.
You know what that? Oh, there we are.
That's
Happy
it.
and me.
That's it. We
Listen,
made it through that. See, I went
all
really
right,
fast on that boring stuff.
Okay, since we already,
Okay.
I'll take it. Listen, all that meant was we want inflation.
We want inflation.
Inflation. We want you to be dependent on the government,
and not travel.
and to get that dependence,
Yeah.
you have to vote for us. All it means is we want to get rid of anybody that wants to have fun and travel. And we also want to get rid of anybody that's thinking about starting up their own business because nobody will be able to afford anything.
No.
There you go. Okay.
No. Okay.
All right.
All right. So we will be back on Friday.
Mhm.
Not sure what format we'll be in on Friday, but we will see what happens on Friday. We're
Karen,
going.
Karen wants everybody to say hi to her. Too.
Oh, hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
All right.
Everybody say hi to Karen.
So until next time,
All right.
remember, do your own research and be prepared.